counteroffensive has changed the course of the war. However, the western part of the continent and the area around the space elevator still remain under Erusian control. As you all know, this is because they have those damn arsenal birds controlling the skies around the lighthouse. So, we're going to use Stonehenge for a long-range attack against the arsenal bird. In addition to helping to destroy the asteroid, Stonehenge was also utilized by the Erusian forces as a weapon in the Continental War. However, the majority of the artillery is out of action after an air raid by the independent state Allied forces. When that happened, the main base was being repaired from the damage caused by the asteroid, so it managed to escape the bombardment. The Osean Army continued the repairs in secret and managed to reactivate its base systems. Once preparations are complete, it will be able to fire again. However, the officer in charge has yet to confirm whether it can be fired more than once. In other words, it is looking like we may have only one chance to be able to bring down one of those invulnerable arsenal birds. We're going all in on this one plan. The Erusian forces have detected our movements and are marching on Stonehenge. The arsenal bird is closing in, but if our operation goes as planned, we should be able to shoot it down before it reaches the operation area. We've set up strongpoints we call menhirs around Stonehenge. Provide them with air support while keeping air superiority. Our mission is to protect Stonehenge until it can shoot down that monster bird. If we can shoot down even just one arsenal bird, it will significantly reduce the scale of the enemy's air defense network. Stonehenge is our only way of bringing down an arsenal bird. Missing is a luxury we cannot afford.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Attention, all defensive and air support teams. In order to get up and running, what I need most from you is time. As long as you can provide me that, my program will bring down the arsenal bird.
That was Major Deanna McConey. I'm Warrant Officer Lehman, a specialist. We're now commencing the operation to destroy the arsenal bird.
It's gonna be a long fight. Don't waste any ammo.
So that's Stonehenge, huh? It's bigger than I imagined. Uglier, too.
Look at that mess of cables. They're using generator trucks to run it.
Are we sure that thing's even gonna fire? Seriously, I mean, how old is it?
If it doesn't, then our luck is run dry. I'd get praying if I were you.
Well, if it works, it'll bring down even an arsenal bird. Big if. And it'd have to hit.
Men here 6. Enemy tank to the head. Located an enemy tank. Longcaster, requesting close air support.
Here 6. Request for air support confirmed. Help's on the way.
Listen up. Our job is to defend you. That's all, you got it? This should be easy. Go on your paycheck.
Shaking off enemy lock!
Missile! Evading! Strider 1, Box 2.
This is Men here 6. The enemy ground forces have been eliminated. Much obliged for the air support. Alright guys, this time you get a whole 45 seconds. Grab some chow or something. They shut down one of us.
Powering main system. Skipping sequence 47 to 97.
Activating. We just need one shot.
This is Men here 7. We've linked up with ground and air support and are ready to drive the enemy back.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Bombers, bearing 190. Stonehenge won't survive a bomb run. You have to stop them.
One shot from Stonehenge and that arsenal burn will be cooked.
Threats.
I had no idea it was still a team. Surprised it's still around.
Keep your eyes open.
Allied aircraft, don't worry about us. Take out those bombers.
We've only got 60% green. We got 30% yellow, 10% is red.
Well, it has been sitting here rusting away for the past 20 years. I'd say a few glitches are to be expected. Hurry and verify the reds and yellows.
Roger. There's no way we're letting them take out Stonehenge. This is Men here 7. They're gone.
This is Glitter. Target acquired. It's right within 6 out of 3. Missile away. More bombers approaching. Intercept them now. Hostile bomber destroyed. Nice work. Keep Stonehenge safe for us.
Elementor 6. Let's find my target.
Power level is 40%. 42%. Come on, damn it!
Come on, baby. Be good. We need you.
Men here 7 here. Enemy aircraft approaching. They're gonna clean this place out. We don't get air support, we're dead. Handling air defenses.
All enemies attacking Men here 5 have been eliminated. Good job. Target acquired.
Can't afford to let Stonehenge fall. We're really counting on that air support.
More hostiles advancing towards Men here 6. Ground forces haven't noticed yet.
Take out the enemy while our friends are still on their feet.
Is that thing really gonna fire?
The end of our line of sight. Avoid friendly fire.
Missile away. Bon voyage. Eagle 5, taking enemy fire.
Oh, baby, we're saved! Whoever is flying the plane with 3 lines, I'm buying you a beer later. This is Men here 7. Enemy reinforcements. They're attacking in waves.
Keep your eyes glued to the ground. Destroy those closest to our allies first.
Looks like we're helping shape history here.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Strider squad, you get lost. Head towards Trigger.
Target eliminated.
The hell? We're supposed to be the ones on the offensive. How did they get us on the ropes?
We've wiped out half of them. Keep it up!
Stonehenge personnel, focus on your jobs. Don't stare out the windows.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed. More bombers. They're high. Altitude 8,000. Bearing 150. The enemy's going all out, too.
This is Men here 6. That's the last of the enemy reinforcements. I gave my men a 15-minute vacation. Sorry, I need a short breather myself. I'll just be stitching on my lost limb. Should be back before lunch.
They just keep
What did you say?
Railgun power supply is... Damn it. Numbers aren't going up.
Bypassing the auxiliary extensor.
Come on, damn it!
This is Men here 7. We are getting overrun. We need reinforcements.
Men here 7 is hot. Let's go give them some help.
Visual on target. Prepare for bombing run. Take out all bombers.
We can see the smoke from here. Did you get those bombers?
Yeah, and single-handedly.
The bird with the 3 lines. It's gotta be him.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
There are some green ones out there, but the commander is covering for them.
Target's been wiped out.
There's gotta be a cap on their
We
numbers.
successfully defeated Men here 7. Good work, everyone. It's LRSSG. Without them, we probably would have been in the worst trouble. I think I'm clear, but it was a state alarm clock. Time from Stonehenge back to the Stone Age.
Strutter 1, missile launched.
How much longer is this gonna keep going? They're gonna overwhelm us soon.
Strutter 1, tank destroyed.
We've already thrown everything we've got at Stonehenge. What's it gonna take? We're struggling, so are they. We just need to hold out for a little longer.
New hostiles bearing 210, number unknown.
More hostiles, fantastic. My score's just gonna keep climbing.
You'll never learn, will you?
That should take care of the reinforcements facing Men Here 5. Good going.
This is Glitter. Mission accomplished. Looks like I made it in time.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Which means it's close. They're pursuing tanks. I've had to take them out.
More guests. Bombers and their escorts. Bearing 170.
Shit. I want to go smack them down, but those boys below are hanging on by a thread. You want me to choose?
Power level is at 80%. You think we should take our shot?
Patience. Don't want to waste everyone's hard work. Let's wait till 100.
I guess you're right. Give the fire control system one last check while we're waiting.
Roger.
Missile launched. Chaffin flame deployed. Enemy rocket unit coming from the southwest. And helo-borne assault from the northeast. They're planning a direct assault on Stonehenge. Stop them.
They have a lock on me. Let's split up. Take whichever way you like.
More bombers approaching.
Move it!
Carrier 1, hostile.
All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
Don't turn your back on
Almost there. This should all be over soon. Box 2. Box 2.
This is one ugly battle, but what a story for my kid.
Box 2. Breaking up. Okay, the helo unit's all yours, Trigger. Lead the way and eliminate the enemy. Cyclops will take the rocket unit.
Roger that.
Prepare to fire. They know we're here, so shoot them before they shoot us. How long till you're ready? Once we fire, that cannon will crumble and the battle will end. Understood. Commencing mission. Chopper is on its way to Stonehenge.
Doing everything we can to fire as quickly as possible. Just buy us some time until then.
We're under attack.
Strider 1, bandit destroyed.
Enemy got me. Breaking up. We're almost to Stonehenge. Perfect. Their rear is wide open. Go down.
Just focus on doing your job. They will handle their job to protect us from the enemy outside.
Strider 1, break! Break! Black 2. Success.
Enemy rockets have hit Stonehenge. This isn't good.
Stonehenge is taking fire. Remember, the mission relies on this place staying pristine.
The enemy's getting desperate. This operation is every bit as important to them as it is to us.
Cyclops Squadron has eliminated the rocket unit. Keep it up.
Currently on destination. Prepare to jump. We're taking Stonehenge.
Intercept them now.
Rider 2, Box 2.
Helo assault unit is down. If they had infiltrated Stonehenge, it would have been all over. Good work.
Breaking up.
You've given my program a lot of the time it needs. Stonehenge will be ready to here shortly.
Stand by. I'm picking up something on my radar. The signal is massive. It's the arsenal bird. Get your pal.
I have visual. Arsenal bird confirmed.
Here they come.
A swarm of UAVs is launching from the arsenal bird. Keep them away from Stonehenge.
Closer to target, fewer the variables. How long till we can fire?
Firing at 60!
Hear that? Keep us safe till then.
Fire control system inspection complete. Radar error correction. Good to go.
He's over in the survey vehicle. 45 seconds! Releasing safety! Cooling system active.
Confirm voltage.
Orbit stable. 30 seconds!
We have confirmation. Live projectile is loaded.
Power level is at 100%.
15 seconds!
Brain control?
All green!
Initiate final countdown.
Understood. Commencing final countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stop the countdown. Lost the target.
Starting to shut down?
Con? What? This stupid thing is flying in the open.
The survey data isn't updating. No response from our spotter.
Survey vehicle down.
Those vehicles were Stonehenge's eyes. Without those, I'm sorry.
Don't give up yet, Major. We still have sensors. Our eyes. The oldest sensors in the book. What are you scheming?
They're too unreliable. But
Not bad.
That's something.
Impossible. We got it started. We can't do any more. Have the battery containers around. Can't carry out our mission.
come on, damn it! Attention, all personnel! We have a change in the mission. We will now be using direct fire to shoot down the Arsenal bird. Listen, attack the central propellers. If you can destroy them, the Arsenal bird will slow down.
Strider 1, Cyclops 1. Air up and attack that propeller. Everyone else, defend Stonehenge from the UAVs.
Wilco. Jaeger, you take the lead.
It's ready against APS.
I'm going. The propellers are too much for Trigger alone.
Damn glory hound. Do your friggin' job.
Cal, we need someone who can take down those UAVs. It's up to you.
Trigger, do not foobar this.
Unbelievable. Stonehenge came with honest-to-goodness range table? Well, isn't that curious?
Guess they knew what they were doing.
This whole operation is crazy. Well, only a total madman could bring down the Arsenal bird. Cooling system active.
Give us the UTM coordinates under the Arsenal bird. We'll calculate the range. And I need you to be exact.
Cyclops 3 missile incoming. Look out.
I'm in hit. I have to eject. Those UAVs
Forecaster, send a request for rescue. Conditions look great. Expect some injuries.
60 seconds remain.
Give me a second. It's been a while since I've used something this archaic. Does the angle on this table account for wind and Coriolis force?
We can see the ocean flag from here. Not much wind. The rest is just instinct.
All right, that takes care of the propellers. Arsenal bird is slowing down.
I knew my faith was well placed, Trigger.
Cyclops 4 has been hit. Are you all right?
Power level is at 80%.
I'm fine. We can't lose any more allies.
Not at all. Push yourself too hard and you're dead. Get back to base.
Wilco, over.
Arsenal bird propeller destroyed.
Confirm voltage.
Orbit stable.
Power level is at 100%.
We've done our part. Stonehenge, shoot.
Understood. Begin final countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Adjusting angle.
3, 2,
over now?
Reporting mission success. Lehman, this victory belongs to you. That was a good lesson on the importance of manual control.
Today's MVPs are the LRSSG.
I'll say, especially those two lead birds. They're the Ocean Big Shots. We can win if we follow them. The Ocean Big Shots?
You mean the Ocean Big Shot?
Looks like we're on the offensive now. The enemy's defensive range dropped along with that arsenal bird.
That just means more pie for us.
Are we gonna eat the whole thing?
The brass is always hungry for more. They've got a bottomless appetite. But enough about that. Get some rest now before the counterattack.
Yeah, we got our hands dirty for nothing. The guys were babbling about a 3-line marking. We'll get to that for you.
Dull warning. Dull warning.
Attention.
The mission succeeded, but at a great cost. This victory marks a strategic turning point. The enemy has only one arsenal bird left, and the defensive grid around the space elevator has been decimated. We can expect a counteroffensive by Ocean forces everywhere.
I was born downtown, in our capital. When I recall my homeland, my thoughts are filled with the sights and sounds of the city. But home means something different to each and every one of us. Therefore, I've decided to visit every place where our citizens call home. The Kingdom of Erusia is a land of diversity. Each region has its own unique and special culture.
The destruction of one of their arsenal birds has significantly reduced the scale of Erusia's air defense network. Ocean forces have moved into the areas where we gained air superiority and freed over half of the Eusian continent. However, Erusia is feeling the pressure and is reacting by attempting to activate the ballistic missile base in the suburbs of Sierra Plata. For the past 72 hours, they've put the resources and people into action and have already entered the final stages of a launch. The missile silo is deep underground. To destroy it, we'll need a bomber to drop a huge deep penetration bomb in a precise place. Unfortunately, that airspace is thick with clouds at the moment, so it'll be difficult for a bomber to hit the target accurately. Normally, we'd wait for the weather to clear, but with the situation being what it is, we don't have that option. So, we will be the bomber's eyes and find the missile silo. You'll all be equipped with targeting pods and set of special weapons. We need you to fly at low altitude and visually identify which silo they're activating, then acquire it with your targeting pod. Once you press the firing switch, the bombers will drop their payload based on the location data provided by the targeting pod. You will need to keep the silo in the center of your sight until the bomb hits its target, or else it will miss entirely. It takes a high level of airmanship to properly guide these bombs to their targets while flying a plane. Naturally, we assume the enemy has positioned anti-air artillery and aircraft in the area of operations, so stay alert. Additionally, we suffered human and material losses in the last battle, so Cyclops Squadron will sit this one out. Trigger, it's up to you to make this work with just Strider Squadron.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Arusia only has 5 IRBM silos in total. Therefore, the enemy's made a number of fake silos to try and throw our bombers off the scent.
Did you say fake?
They're painted to look like the real thing from the sky. You can't tell the difference.
It's the wing of that LRSSG that brought down that Arsenal bird. We've got the bombs. You do the terminal guidance.
In order to use the targeting pods, you'll need to change weapons first. Try to align the missile silo with the circle in the center of your HUD. When you're lined up, hit the firing switch and the bomb will drop. You're gonna need to keep the silo aligned until the bomb hits.
Caution. Pull up.
The enemy set up anti-air weapons in multiple locations.
We need to work together to take them down.
Keep the targeting pod trained on that silo until the payload is delivered. The bomb was off its mark. The target is still standing.
Pull up.
Dropping another bunker buster will take some time. Aim carefully.
Bunker buster away.
Bunker buster hit its mark. Time for fireworks.
Destruction of first missile silo confirmed.
The IRBM is aimed at the O-Team garrison. Soldiers live for its sake. We have no time.
They completely lost it. You can bet on it.
Let's end this madness.
Strider 2, Bucks 2. Traeger, enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Target confirmed. Dropping the bomb now.
Caution. Pull up.
Hit, but it was off the mark. Let's give him another.
Missile. Missile.
Warhead should be exposed.
Missile.
Standard weaponry will suffice.
Missile.
So take your pick.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Trigger, the bomb has been dropped.
Pull up. Missile.
This is a serious mission. Was it Wiseman who gave Strider 2 to count? A formation changes every mission. I'm sure he has a reason for it.
I'll believe that when I see it. I'm just glad he won't be there to chew my ear off.
Missile silo destroyed. That makes 2. No launch signs yet. Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in. They don't appear to be going after our bomber. Take them out if they interfere with our mission.
All that's left is the IRBM.
Missile. Missile.
Attack missed.
Enemy has a lock. Evade!
Target confirmed. Dropping the bomb now.
Missile silo destroyed.
Where do we look next?
Missile. Missile.
The sky feels open and free today. As a Cyclops, I felt like a bird in a cage. Once this mission's over, I guess we'll be back under the company commander's thumb again. What a pain in the ass.
Trigger, the bomb has been dropped.
Right on the money.
Hit. Target destroyed.
The fewer there are, the harder they are to find. Good luck.
We might make it. Just one silo left.
I'm like a wolf that's been let off its leash. These guys won't know what hit him. I thought you were a bird free from its cage.
Target confirmed. Dropping the bomb now. That was a mistake. No structures visible.
Missile.
Too late, George!
Missile.
Traeger, missile incoming! Enemy's got a lock!
Missile. Missile.
Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile.
Entering cloud cover.
Missile.
To all aircraft, do you copy? I repeat, do not let them destroy the silo!
Missile.
Bunker buster away.
Where's the real silo?
bomb has been dropped.
They have a lock on me.
All missile silos have been destroyed.
Wait, what the hell is that?
Alert! We've detected an IRBM launch. Confirmed signature on our radar. Launch site is this dam.
Not from the silos?
They certainly hit it well. We still have a chance. Shoot it down before it reaches critical altitude.
My sight. Getting out low. Thinking.
Missile hit.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Position behind bandit. Enemy is threat.
The target will soon reach critical altitude. Confirmed signature on our radar. Warning, we confirm another launch. Take it out.
Missile. 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 Missile.
New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed. Additional launch confirmed.
Incoming!
Missile away. Miss. Target still active.
They got a lock on you, Strider 1.
Missile.
Breaking. I need to evade.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Target in gun range. The target will soon reach critical altitude. All of the missiles have been destroyed.
I was cutting it pretty close. I was starting to get a little nervous.
You're telling me? You had us sweating up here. There wasn't even anything we could do about it. Glad we were partnered with you on this operation.
That went about as expected. Be sure to include in the report how much ass I kicked while off the company commander's leash. Roger that, and I'll be sure to include all the crap you said about Wiseman, too.
We have successfully prevented an enemy ballistic missile attack. Strider Squadron, you did very well without your unit commander. We are now preparing for the final stage of our long-range operation, seizing the capital. With the loss of an arsenal bird, followed by the destruction of their ballistic missile base, Erussia is running out of ways to counter. This is a great opportunity for the Osean army to bolster our power to eventually take down the Erusian capital of Farbanti. The special long-range strategy is entering its final phase. Our objective is to attack and capture the Erusian Air Force Base in Cape Rainy in northern Erusia. This important base is at the forefront of our strategy to establish control of Farbanti. Under the cover of night, our plan is that all squadrons will invade from the valley to the south and mount an air assault on the area. The enemy's observation field has eyes on the skies above the valley, so your altitude will need to be restricted. If you go over a certain altitude, the enemy could spot you, ending the mission in failure. Keep that in mind. Once you arrive, you are to take out the enemy's air defense forces as soon as possible and prepare for the support squadrons. When the air defense forces are neutralized, the helicopter squadron should arrive carrying Marines. The plan is to take control of the base. Getting through the valley is only half the job.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
Beginning nighttime aerial refueling process. Be careful of reduced visibility. 1,500 meters to tanker. Too fast. Lower airspeed. 50 meters. Trigger, maintain your current approach. Excellent work, Trigger. Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, Aslan's 1. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch the Vanguard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed their wills.
That ain't funny.
Never rest to his jokes. Okay? That's all you win.
Understood. Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull
When
up.
can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti.
Pull up.
Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself.
Pull up.
The best thing about Strider Squadron is that our leader keeps his mouth shut. Watch your speed.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence.
Caution.
We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution.
You just passed through waypoint 4. Radio silence has been lifted. You're almost at the base.
We made it.
Pull up.
That was quite the roller coaster ride.
Visual confirmation on the airbase. Reach destination.
Commence the attack. It's time for their wake-up call. The longer it takes, the worse off we'll be. Hurry up. Finish them off.
All right, let's give them a beating. Keep bringing them down.
Caution. Caution. Pull up.
Enemies are attacking! Where did they come from?
Enemy vessel destroyed.
Caution. Pull up.
Fire up the searchlights! I can't see where the enemies are coming from!
It looks like the enemy's air defenses are online. Guess they finally decided to wake up. Keep up the attack. The sooner we finish this thing, the better.
This is Vassal's 1. Landing now.
Roger that. If the enemy is still present in large numbers when our ground forces arrive, the mission will be a failure. Go help our allies.
Be quick. On time, means it's free.
Your jokes haven't gotten any better.
That's the last of our anti-air guns. They've all been taken out.
Okay, that takes care of all the SAM sites.
Forecaster, hostile are still near the LZ. Can't make our approach.
Multiple helicopters spotted. Keep a visual on them. Strider 1, I need you to take out those enemies in the LZ. We'll send some your way.
Pizza guy's in trouble. Let's help him out.
It's all right. Those two Ozian big shots will take care of them for us.
Strider Squadron, do it quickly, or we'll lose the element of surprise.
Air support is on its way.
Target eliminated. Great work.
Okay, that attack just took out the enemies on the front line. The way ahead is cleared up. Have our thanks.
Give me a damage report. We've suffered heavy losses. This is more than a surprise attack.
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in.
Confirmed at least one leader. It's the one with the 3 scratches.
Fox 2.
Emergency! See the enemy reinforcements? They're stopping us! We can't do anything about their air power. We need support.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Say goodbye.
Bandit on your 6. You still got 3 enemy fighters left. It's not over yet.
Ambush, stay cool. Rebuild the ranks. Lancaster, requesting close air support.
Strider Squadron, enemy reinforcements. Get some goddamn support there now.
Enemy numbers are small. Don't give in. Fight until the very end.
2 remaining.
This is 2-2. We're stuck. We won't be able to capture the base at this rate.
Keep your heads down. 3 strikes will take care of the enemy. That's it. If we take out those 2, we can force our way inside the facility.
The enemy's looking to engage. Watch your back.
Alliance been shut down.
Strider 1, hostile has a lock.
The enemy has a lock on me. On my target's tail.
Target's destruction confirmed. That air support was right on the money.
Pushing the enemy on their heels.
Okay, start running on the count of 3.
Great. I get to finally send my boys in to ring the doorbell.
There's still quite a few enemies holed up in there. However, we can't afford to wait any longer. Begin the assault. If anyone resists, kill them. Contact! 2 o'clock! Go! Go! Fire!
Come on. Tear down that barricade.
How'd it go? This is Basilisk 1. The base is ours. We have control of all major functions.
Glad the pizza was on time.
Roger that, Basilisk 1. Mission accomplished.
All prisoners of war will be treated in accordance with international law. We've even brought pizza.
Looks like they can shred those wills.
I'm already getting an earful from the men over the needless paperwork.
No joke.
Okay, go ahead and begin your approach. Move to the flight control.
Roger that.
Strider 1, this is Basilisk. The runway is clear. You have permission to land. The party is on as soon as you get here. Reduce your speed. 3,000 meters to the runway. Turn right. 1,500 meters to the runway. You are right on course. Maintain current heading. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Right on the money, Strider 1. Strider 1 has landed. Let's
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1.
Excellent work on the night raid. Submarines have arrived from the Ocean mainland and are refueling. This base will serve as a frontline platform for our mission to take Farbanti. We're almost at the end of this operation.
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, he was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged the Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. Making pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and put up the score. Just to show you guys how it's done. Trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. No, it's real funny.
Missile.
Strider 1, the men below you are to secure the Silver Bridge, but they can't break enemy lines. We have aircraft to mission to you, but our numbers are less than ideal.
Strikes in the sky. Too bad for those guys.
Strider 1, lock on target. Fox 2, in gun range.
Breaking away. Missiles moving on me. Friendly cover lost.
Warning, enemy has a bead on you.
Enemy more air support. We can't hold the bridge much longer without it.
Enemy on me. Breaking up. Call reinforcements. Damn it. Should have known it sooner.
On my target's back. Time to punch through.
We've got flies buzzing around our heads. Don't take your eyes off them.
Left. Focus our defenses on the left. Head from there.
It's no use. We have to retreat.
Gotcha, pal.
Hostile bandit. Attacking.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading from 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
Star warning.
Bandit has a lock.
Star warning.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Special delivery.
Missile fire. Evading.
Let me slide in on that tail.
Target acquired.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
Okay, Trigger. The park is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
I'll show you all how it's done.
Strider 1, target destroyed. Vehicle eliminated.
Missile. Missile.
The enemy doesn't want us to establish a base here. That's why they fear our presence.
Morale's our real issue right now. They
Missile.
shouldn't have mentioned 3 strikes during the briefing. Look at what's left of our forces. Damn that 3 strikes!
Boy, am I glad 3 strikes is here.
Fox 2.
Missile.
Enemy dodged. Continuing attack.
Missile. Missile.
Say goodbye.
Enemy aircraft lost.
Strider 1,
Hit the
hostile
enemy takes
fire.
this position! Kill them all!
Missile.
Target destroyed.
Roger. The park will be secured. The OG and big shots clear the way. The enemy
I know the
Send our
feeling.
troops there at once. This can allow us to
HQ!
put up a fight.
We're falling back! We don't stand a chance against their air support!
Hold your ground.
Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
Hostile forces moving near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that.
Showing signs of fatigue. Deal the final blow!
The enemy has nearly reached headquarters. They're knocking on the front door.
That area's all yours, Strider. We'll back up 1 squadron at the Silver Bridge.
Strider 1, missile heading your way.
We must take advantage of this opening!
Dodge that missile.
The enemy's got a lock.
I want to use badass and 3 strikers.
Attack hit. Bandit is still moving.
Strider 1, bombs away. Strider 1, locked on target.
Park's wide open. Nowhere to hide. Show them how OCS fights this battle.
Bandit behind you. Locked on.
If these guys really fight a battle before this, they just keep coming.
Maintain course to return for resupply.
Fall back 900 yards. 3 strikes. Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Strider 1, this is Control.
I don't like the look of things. They're relentless.
It's easy to face an enemy on the verge of defeat. Let's finish things up.
Do not let them through!
Grabbing. I'm locked on.
Missile. 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 Missile.
They're after me. I need cover.
Landed in my sight.
Three strikes is overhead. Lady Luck's now on our side. Careless, pride, arrogance. Careful, they can turn the battle against us in a heartbeat.
Just too many of them.
Missile confirmed sunk.
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given these circumstances.
Target acquired.
Missile.
Strider 1, missile closing. Evade.
Missile.
Target down and out.
Missile.
Everyone's requesting backup. I'll take forever to get here.
This is the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins.
Missile.
Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into shark bait.
Steer clear of the sunken Allied ships. Just how many did we lose?
Looks like they did a real number on the enemy.
The three strikes is back.
Launch your chaff and flare supply.
Finish them.
Taking fire!
Hang in there. Three strikes, your fingers soon.
Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood.
Understood.
All right.
Understood. Understood. Understood.
5 minutes remaining.
We don't have enough ships left for organized combat.
Target acquired.
I'm taking fire. No flight cable.
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy. Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down and move on to the next. Enemy fleet is crippled. Friendly warships should be able to finish them off.
Eliminated the enemy resistance. Launch 2 and 3 are making their way to HQ now. I thought it would be easier to survive the battle.
Ships building.
Strider 1, this quick target. Locked on. Go down.
Fox 2. Fox 2.
Caution.
Target acquired.
Missile.
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
I can't believe we're getting pushed back. We won't last long. Missiles breaking.
Don't let them any closer.
Missile.
Locked on!
Fox 2.
Missile.
You did really well out there. This is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Missile.
Don't know what medals they've got for you,
Missile.
but if you want one, come back in one piece.
3 minutes remaining. Maintain course to return for resupply.
This is turning into an absolute...
Strider 1, this is... Strider 1, this is...
Keep firing on the move.
Missile launched.
I need to get away. Thinking.
Target acquired.
Let me slide in on the tail.
Powerful AA defense system in the AO. Coordinates, that plane. That's 3 strikes. Stay under and we'll survive.
Don't let them through!
Strider 1, break! Break now! Dodge that missile!
Target down.
Main inside.
It's the damn enemy air support. They're the ones who turn the tide.
1 minute remaining.
Mark 2.
Knockdown bandit.
Break it!
Target acquired. Miss, target still active.
I'll keep the enemy most busy. Finish them off while they're on me.
30 seconds remaining.
Target is eliminated.
The enemy has a mark on me.
Missile launched.
Destruction of vehicle confirmed.
Bandit acquired.
Time to attack!
Leading enemy missile. Bandit on your 6. Watch it.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us!
You're right. New bogies.
That's what I like to see.
No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. X!
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are in a different level. But don't underestimate the rest of them either.
This should prove to be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Missile.
Enemy has a lock.
Wow, are you sure he's human?
I see they've still got a lucky pilot.
Missile.
Missile is closing. Strider 1, break!
Attack missed.
Missile.
One ship is sunk. Single fighters coming back around.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Locked on.
Missile.
Damn. Those flashes fly like champions.
Missile. Missile.
Mr. X is eating through the Ocean forces.
No. Who are these guys?
I'm hit!
Strider 1, target acquired.
Call one.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
You're mine. Shaking bandit.
Box 2! Box 2!
Not bad. As good as Wood says. Although that teamwork is somewhat lacking.
The ship was sunk soon after. That's the last we heard from them.
Not long before our forces were routed. Got that miss!
Box 2.
Calling our air support ASAP. Yes, I'm talking about them.
Cyclops, Strider, stop Mr. X.
Don't go at him alone. 2 or more on each target.
Scratch the last escort.
We need to be extra careful if we want to split up the 2 leaders. Eject, while you can still talk.
This is Cyclops 3. I'm in it. We gotta eject.
Cyclops 3 has bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X. What? Alright, he grabbed a bait. Time to take him for a ride. Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Wait for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger. My boys will let you have it. It's elevated.
Cyclops 1, check your 6.
Enough with your air show, Wiseman. You're pushing it.
Oh, Cal, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. You're all grown up. I'll even let the wisecrack slide.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
Target is hit.
Nice, fine. Give him one more.
You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot. He wasn't a bad pilot.
Wiseman, missile closing!
I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops 1 is
Wiseman,
down.
eject already, Wiseman!
I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded.
Wiseman, stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman, shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. The duty is yours. That's impossible. Do it. Damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
We'll go count.
Damn, I can't seem to find an opening.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up.
In gun range.
Caution. Missile. Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Now I see why he's the king of the skies. Trigger's our only hope.
Missile. Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning.
I have a lock.
Damn, I want to go to Trigger's 8, but I can't keep up.
Missile hit.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can. My radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
My data won't update.
My HUD is
Damn
glitching
it.
out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbanti's now under OCN control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatch from the Osean Army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
It's something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Strider 1, target acquired. Target destroyed. Target is in machine gun range. Strider 1, Fox 2. Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood. Strider Squad. unknowns along the route.
Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know at once.
It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us.
The more the merrier.
So you were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal. ID is Osean forces. This is AWACS from the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Target acquired.
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this?
There's a strict curfew. The people gather at bars and other places to learn what's going on.
It is not machines that make the decisions in war. It's people. Understand that. Mark 2.
Missile.
Wait. General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General LaBarge are the real patriots. Onward!
Enemy has a lock.
Missile. Missile.
There's a vehicle up ahead. It's gonna ask us to pay a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the footage that we've shot for when the communication networks come back online.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. Radicals.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war.
Signs of the clean warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
Strider 1, enemy vessel destroyed.
Strider 3, Fox 2. Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway, thanks to you. Got out of paying that toll.
I'll wait before firing. Bail out now. Field force, Doug. Check your IFF. It's a friendly. I know what I'm doing.
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Grunder Park. Captain Carr, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it.
Missile. Missile.
The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. Even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian flight test center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. Those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Grunder Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Caution. Pull up.
You guys are open to trial the war, leading our country even further into ruin.
Rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling.
That plane's starting to ice up.
Missile. Missile.
AA gun confirmed destroyed.
I see scratches on their tail. They're the convict squadron.
This is a message to all of you fighting out there. Ask yourselves, what is best for our country?
I'm hit! Get this guy off my back!
Fire on that vehicle!
It's not like this is a tank or anything.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
The bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This isn't good.
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Lancaster.
That vehicle is one of ours! Cease fire! The info just came through!
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
We're taking fire! Take care of them! The General is speaking with the commander.
Please fire with the OC aircraft. General orders. What? We're taking fire from our own allies. Is this place under rebellion too?
UAVs are acting strange. Their autonomous mode must be bugged. It's not the drones that are working. It's the small charge flux run.
We're taking fire! We can't hold off!
Nice work, Leos 2. That's a confirmed kill. You are a true patriot.
I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks. We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood. Muslim did not connect. System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Ocean forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on their former allies.
General, we still have drones at our disposal. It's time to put these dogs. Watch out for the destroyed. I have this.
Missile.
Strider 1, break!
Missile. Missile.
Vehicle eliminated.
Listen up. From here on out, all aircraft are prohibited from taking off.
I'm gonna open this guy up.
This one's all mine.
Thunderbolt, so be it!
We have no choice! Fire!
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. Making IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. Used it to make drones that resembled Osean fighters. And then to assassinate Harling and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Erusia is responsible for Harlan's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Strider 1, locked on target.
Bandit down. Nicely done. Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the top. Think of it. We should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
You heard the comm. There are no friendlies out there.
ID is Erusian military.
Fire for the next half hour.
Enemy road.
Then we'll take back the city from the scoundrels who call us rebels.
Missile.
Prepare to fire on a moment's notice.
Breaking. Enemy has a lock.
Missile.
This is one of ours.
We're taking heavy fire. Concentrate your fire on the combat vehicle.
How's your last Longcaster? We've been breached and we're here to help.
Strider 1, target acquired. Same side destroyed.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing. any enemies in the surrounding area. Officers from countries annexed by Erusia have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody sue us but you.
Almost at the rendezvous. Leave the rear to the others.
Understood. The radicals truly believe boosting drone productions will make up for our losses. They shouldn't be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Erusia quickly.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too. Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusian News Network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. We've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. They should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft my grandfather told me about. The scratches.
There it is, the EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait. Unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Alma, hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right. I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Welcome.
Let's take a clear back of Longplay. How dare you interfere? I'm here to deal with that traitor.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Those guys are good. Wait, you don't think it's those Ocean big shots, do you? I managed to catch a glimpse of the three strikes.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
Mine. No good. Shit.
Break it! I'm hit!
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
You're in my way.
Break it!
Trigger, ceasefire. Enemy on your back.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... the drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft. This is AWACS Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, OC craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What? In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Welcome. Understood.
Wilco.
Missile.
Can't afford the MQ-99 launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing the company. Which unit is behind this?
Hey, it's not our fault. What's the reason? Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
UAV confirmed destroyed. Fox 2.
Enemy on your back.
Target acquired.
I've got a sitting duck here. Attack missed.
Stall warning.
5 bandits remaining.
Missile.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
3 bandits to go.
It's not enough to be really functional. There has to be a time when it should not function. They are up to a data update.
Stall warning.
2 bandits left. Show them what you got. 1 bandit to go.
Strider 3 launching missile.
Missile.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate.
They stole our sealed orders.
It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General Staff? No, we'd like you to send... I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Ocean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Ocean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio.
It still works! I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness.
Just what did you see here?
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Forbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
So much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want to do.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. It's what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger.
Got a positive ID.
We're under attack!
Our air support is here. Their artillery fire just missed us off our starboard side.
Update us on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run. We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
Shit. These are OCN.
Destroyed.
Do me a favor, Lancaster. Many of our allies are cut off. They need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area.
Missile.
Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks! We're outnumbered, taking heavy losses. We can't even run. The enemy will shoot us in the back.
Missile.
Go with us.
Missile.
See the enemy APC from there.
Traffic flare supply.
There's more over here. The bodies of the civilians. Yeah, we're all lined up. 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Missile.
Our last vehicle's been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving. Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point. I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly.
No, we're not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes.
Target destroyed.
I can guess what happened here, but I really don't want to think about it.
The Russian bastards. He's a blatant war crime.
Take photos for a list.
Don't stop.
ID complete.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
Okay,
I just had a photograph. We'll head back to Give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to at least give children a proper burial.
Range.
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. Open the bay until Operation Feeding Time. Move them away from the master driver. We're in the middle of a mission to take back the fast track. Supply ship at the munitions depot. It's highly combustible.
Missile.
Our guys still got the enemy's air support.
Missile.
What do we do now?
Missile.
Send in the tanks!
Missile.
Allied retreat looks good.
Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, bombs away.
Missile. Missile.
Gotcha, pal.
I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. The spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved themselves.
Missile. Missile.
Get in the landing craft! Many thanks, Lancaster. We don't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood. Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
I'm done.
Rebels are here. First one go by and detonate on the second.
Fire! Fire at will! We need more ammo!
Missile.
You're out of chaff and flares.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Shipping enemy's position! Good job! The artillery fire's been a number on my hearing!
Lock on you.
Missile.
They did it! We're moving out! Leave the cat behind!
Missile.
Come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
Ambush! Stay calm! Reform the ranks!
It's fine if we take a little damage. To finish this fight now.
We don't need to defeat. There's an explosion inside! Do the countdown. It's not stupid. We're after the supply ship. Do the countdown! There's still one arsenal bird left. If we can steal it from the bomb, then Arusea will have a fighting chance. Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't fight with your back to the supply ships. If you take, we're done for. With craning her neck, our guys will take care of 3 strikes.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you. Strider 1, you've identified the unknown targets.
Target destroyed by Strider 1.
This whole operation is crazy. Stop whining.
Missile.
I hope the end up wiping each other out.
Missile.
Our only ally is the Erusian government forces. Don't mistake them for rebels.
It's the Osean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other!
This is AWACS Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Confirmed. The info is from an allied AWACS. Hold your fire. Roger. But what are we supposed to believe? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out. Wait. Multiple bogeys from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogeys. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogeys. Identify them.
Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase off the bogeys! There's no way they're ours!
Visual.
Like an eagle.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions.
Maybe they know they can't.
We're gonna drop them all.
Don't aim. We're doing strategic bombing.
Hostile confirmed.
Launch control, this is flight leader. All systems ready. We are a go for launch.
This is launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness.
Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time.
Launch control. Roger that.
Missile.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Hostile at rock.
Missile.
Strider 1, target eliminated.
Missile.
I'm on my target's tail.
We're outnumbered and we'll be surrounded.
Strider 1, target acquired. Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away. More bombers approaching. Intercept them now. Strider 1, missile launched.
Enemy on your back.
Missile.
Scram 2, attack failed.
Intercept those bombers. In gun range. All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Continue with your mission.
Can't we flank the enemy and strike them from behind?
We're taking heavy damage.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Tango 13. Tanks left, but they're running on fumes and low on ammo.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Missile.
Missile evaded.
Missile.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Erusian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me. Call me the Scrap Queen.
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling the two of you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
We have a bit of intel for you. We'll share it if you can help these refugees.
Count me in.
That's right.
Echo 13, all hostiles are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go.
We've destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I'd do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she...
Use the smoke canister, and who's taking this to the enemy's doorstep? Not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here! Attack right here!
Lancaster, we've confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile.
Target acquired.
Good job! The enemy tanks are toast. I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap.
As everyone notices, no other reason.
That takes care of them. No civilian casualties? Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Beginning terminal countdown. Pressure stable. On.
Lancaster, a promise is a promise. Here's the intel. I heard it from an Erusian soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. 1, 2, 3. The mass driver is accelerating.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the Arsenal Bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the Arsenal Bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it.
Missile.
3 minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
They're faster than I expected.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar.
Missile.
You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
If we let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it.
Which one first?
Don't try to follow after the supply ships. Stick close to Trigger.
The supply ship's in the clouds. We can't find it.
Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down. We've recalculated the remaining time. 2 minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
We're still in this.
The supply ships are too far away. We'll never catch them at this rate. 90 seconds to the enemy's air defense network.
Don't lose them! We're too close to get caught up in the explosion.
60 seconds remain.
These guys continue pursuit of the supply ship. Missile. Missile. Missile.
So they're trying to beat that giant monster of a bird. We can't let them complete their mission.
The supply ships are on their scheduled flight path.
The Ocean pilots are chasing our supply ship hard.
Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. If this thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her, and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
Good. Take a seat. Everyone's here. All right. Good work in sinking the supply ships. Not to mention saving the refugees. However, we're in no position to start celebrating. Even the commander here is starting to fray from the stress. Can't say I blame him. Now, Tyler Island is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either. The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
We found a boat, then sailed away from the island. We had to. We didn't belong there. The new guy's name was George. I noticed when the anarchist said his name, he said it with a thick Belkan accent. How did you know that he was from Belka?
Well, both my parents were from Belka, so...
You never told me that. They say that Belkans are known for their conspiracies.
That's just a stereotype. Now, I simply stated my honest opinion and was thrown in jail for it.
The princess sat there looking miserable. That was a dumbass stunt she pulled back there, but it got us on this boat. Take a look at that. This ship is heading for a single rope that's hanging down from the sky. Do you know how far the end of that rope reaches?
Outer space.
No. It is a direct connection to the very potential of mankind itself. Or at least it was until war erupted.
It's my strong belief that the rope might be connected to a very distant, faraway source of great conflict and strife. Even long before the war, the whole world started falling apart once Harling began trying to build it. I often wonder, What was going through Harling's mind when he was trying to destroy the very thing that so many people were sacrificed in order to create?
Sacrificed? What do you mean?
Have you seen all of those countless old space shuttles on Tyler Island that are no longer in use?
Yeah. I always thought of them as a good source of scrap. They're an obsolete technology that was abandoned during the construction of the space elevator. Which would mean that if the space elevator was destroyed, it would be that much harder for mankind to reach the stars. Until we find another way.
But even then, Harling still went ahead and tried to destroy it. At the cost of his own life.
That's not the way I heard it. What I heard was that he sacrificed himself to protect the tower from an incoming missile.
Oh, I was told he tried to fly his ship into the tower in order to destroy it.
I wonder which story is true, Your Royal Highness.
I don't know. Looking at it objectively, it's reasonable to believe that Harling had both options before him.
When it comes to which one you think he took, I guess it's like a mirror.
Yes, it is. It's like a mirror looking into your own soul, based on whichever choice you believe it was. At the moment, though, I can only see darkness. I think that thing should be destroyed.
It's time for the briefing. Although, since we don't have any contact with HQ, it's not like this is an official mission. Anyway, it looks like the seizure of Tyler Island and the relief from Osea have been postponed. In the meantime, we just have to do what we can to survive. Since losing its capital city of Ferbanti, Erusian forces have separated into smaller, autonomous factions. It looks like Erusia's largest force and leading faction will pass through the area around this base. The space elevator is significant to them, so they're probably heading there.
Should we intercept?
Why? I doubt they're gonna start a fight now.
Our top priority should be to get home. Let's go already.
Yeah. It's not like we have the supplies, power, or even a real reason to put up a fight. But, what are we going to do if they bring the fight to us? We need to be ready to push them back. If we head inland from here towards Erusia, there's an old castle that's been converted into a stockpile house. Shalaji Castle. It's currently occupied by some of the Erusian forces that broke off, but we need ammo from a few people. They appear to have converted a freeway into a runway, so we can expect them to have the capacity for air combat. But they'll be easier to handle than Erusia's lead faction. But we can't use all our aircraft to attack. The transport carrying the stolen supplies needs support. Okay, Strider Squadron. You head out first, and neuter the dogs at the stockpiling base. Rendezvous with Cyclops Squadron, who will bring the transport. Then we bring the supplies back to this base.
Got it.
Aircraft are our only threat.
Sounds good.
We'll make it. We're all gonna fly home. Together.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
No Osean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target. focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, to work.
Unidentified aircraft, not sure if red or bug. Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're friendly or not.
So, we capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
Take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Hushin.
Our anti-air guns are destroyed. Abandon and fall back to our real position. Freeze!
There are more vehicles along the road. You don't appear to be military. See, already killed some weapons of the compound first.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
What are you talking about? They already are firing on us. The enemy's confused. I know.
We're all out of ammo. Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again.
So what's this faction state of the Russian military?
Missile.
The autonomous state of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Boston and Shalaji.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends.
They're bombing us. We're unable to use the SAG.
The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate.
Strider 1, target acquired. Target is in machine gun range.
More aircraft. Longplay incoming. Fire more missiles. They're not that many. Aim carefully and take them down.
Coming up on the castle. Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies. Shit!
I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I know.
That's Shalaji Castle.
Hostile confirmed destroyed.
They're here already. They've been paid for what they did to our scouts. Take in both civilians and refugees without discrimination. Get away from the shore and take shelter somewhere sturdier off the ground. Drop where you are and cover your head if you hear jet engines.
Missile.
The Sam is out. We're running out of places like that.
Missile.
Target eliminated. Still have plenty of missiles left, but the launcher is toast. Please, somebody answer us. All of our infantry fighting vehicles and tanks are gone.
Bombs away.
Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Ready. I'm on foot.
Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
These guys are blinding us.
Missile. Stall warning. Missile.
Target acquired.
Stall warning. Missile.
None of our units are able to communicate over the comms. Enemy on your tail.
Missile.
Enemy got away.
Missile.
How come we keep missing? We've lost more than half of our forces, but the battle won't last much longer. Let us have our lives. As long as our nation's
stands, the young will carry on.
New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed.
This town's of high cultural value. It's unfortunate we had to bomb it like we did.
We do what we need to survive, right?
Not something I'll tell my son about.
Yeah, they can go on ahead without me.
Interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Getting to takeoff speed inside the tunnel is insane.
Soul Squadron, airborne. Shoot the invaders out of our skies. Good luck, Soul Squadron.
Understood. You are in violation of Shalashi airspace. Turn around or we'll be forced to shoot you down.
This is the Ocean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Land immediately and hand over your planes and base to us.
You must be the snowbirds. It's absurd for you to be talking so tough after losing one of your leaders at Fort Monty.
You bastard!
You defile this country. As long as you're here, this country will never know peace. Shit.
Missile away.
Locked on, Bandit.
There's no need to get Jim involved. I'm out! Ejecting!
On my target's tail.
I hope he's okay. Bailing out under those conditions. I can see his parachute. If it's breaking, makes it to safety.
3 to go. Don't let them work together. Back up trigger.
We'll go.
Righto.
We just need to buy ourselves some time. Roseman head. He's ejected. Damn. We can't even last long enough to buy ourselves some time.
As expected, the lucky shot will be boring.
Some kind of energy weapon. No, it's a railgun.
Strider 1, you have a bogey approaching at high speed. Bearing 090, straight from the east. High-speed protection launch from enemy aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky.
We can still help you.
Don't waste your life. Dedicated to reclaiming that which you call home. Furthermore, you must find someone to guide you. I'm not that person.
Platoon squad will be retreating. Those fighting below are advised to temporarily withdraw. Don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on.
See the color of that plane? Damn, that's the flames of hell. Time for payback.
Negative. It's no good. I can't get close enough.
Leave it to trigger. The rest of us will rest form a perimeter to catch whatever slips through.
Welcome. Might just cost us our lives.
Hit on unidentified aircraft. The enemy's mobility is still unfazed. Keep up the attack. Unidentified aircraft. Land your plane and surrender. Why do you feel the need to continue fighting on your own?
That's funny. It seems like the pilot is also planning along.
He's not alone. Look around you.
I see. Perhaps it would have been best to entrust the future to pilots like that. Let me test him then, to see if he's truly worthy. Hey, look! It's like the sky's been sliced wide enough to take down 3 strikes. This aircraft is my body. If they are not enough, then I must put my soul into it. There are pilots like you in every generation, and I've found every last one of them.
Missile evaded.
What do you think of this?
Fox 2.
Not bad.
It's a hit. The unidentified aircraft is going down.
You got him. Trigger has splashed a bandit.
Can you hear me, pilot with the 3 strikes? This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure chaos upon this world, just so I could keep my wings. Put a stop to the drone production.
Is this a message to Trigger? What does it mean?
I don't think this war is over just because we shot down Mr. X. Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
The resupply went well. We should be okay on food and fuel reserves for a little while at least. Luckily, the rumor that the Erusian army is advancing nearby is only a rumor. There's no sign of them from the skies. Rumors, rumors, rumors. This is what happens when you lose communications. But we got one good fact. The plane Trigger shot down was an advanced model of the XO-2 Wyvern. It was developed in the last Continental War. Erusia had a lot up their sleeves. Apparently, they were even supposed to have Belkin aircraft back in the First War. What if Trigger couldn't shoot it down? Just thinking about it gives me chills. We're lucky to be here. In war, you never know what's lurking behind the curtains. But it looks like everything's loose now. Solid chain of command, rest periods after sorties, a battlefield where you know friend from foe. All of that's gone now, lost in a fog of confusion. Feels like a distant dream. Now, just how the hell are we gonna get out of this mess?
When we got to the mainland, we found the space elevator's support facility. I guess this was the factory where they built the gigantic structure the elevator traveled in. There was this little girl sitting in front of a mural. When the princess saw her, she shuddered like she'd seen a ghost. The girl had a stuffed animal. This was the day after the shit went down at Tyler Island. She walked right up to the princess, took her hand, and led her into the factory. One thing's for sure, they knew each other. The factory'd been converted to a production line for Erusian drones. It was fully automated and chugging along, making drone after drone after drone. Once they got inside, the princess stopped and just stood there. Another girl was there with a man in a lab coat. He was trying to use his keyboard, but she wouldn't let him. She took a data chip and threw it on the ground. Then she walked over to us and took the gun from the prison guard's holster. She pulled the trigger and destroyed the chip. Later, I found out that the girl with the gun and the one with the stuffed animal were sisters. They were also the granddaughters of Mihai A. Shalaji, the legendary pilot. Gramps used to talk about him. He said Mihai was the top ace from 2 wars ago. Know any Belkins? Because this guy was a Belkin, and they love to stir shit up. Pitting nations against other nations is a particular favorite of theirs, along with developing hyper-advanced technology.
That's right. I'm Belkan, born and raised. My country is gone now. Rather than surrender to its enemy, Belka detonated 7 nuclear weapons on its own soil. My people scattered around the globe, living in the shadows of other countries. We had a new purpose: to breed wars. The theory was that through war, we could achieve our destiny and our revenge. I had just finished inputting Mihai's data when his granddaughter came in. She destroyed the only copy I had of the information I squeezed out of him. The girl loved Mihai. No one knew more than her just how hard I pushed her grandfather for that data, how much I made him sacrifice in the process. I promised his granddaughters that his efforts were not in vain, that it could end this terrible war. But in the end, it only caused more chaos and despair. We were responsible for all this damage, all this tragedy. Now, we were going to pay for it. The Erusians, once our allies, would see to that. I had lost the drive to continue my work, even before I noticed Mihai's granddaughters eyeing me with suspicion that one day. I should have stopped then, for all our sakes. Mihai's granddaughter tossed the gun aside. She said if she resorted to killing, she'd just end up like the rest of us. And by us, she meant everyone, including the princess. Like me, the princess was afraid to look into the girl's eyes. She knew that by encouraging her people, she kept the war going. Mihai and his granddaughter were victims of it, and now, they too were paying the price.
Is this for Belka? Or for Erusea? My grandfather had only one wish: to continue soaring through the endless skies. That was the only place where he felt alive. But I don't even have a country to call home, let alone the sky. The Black Forest, the lake, they are no longer mine. Even though those lands were once cherished by my late mother. We have to learn to put that sense of nostalgia behind us and behave like mature adults.
My homeland. She's right. It feels so far away now. The woman with the rifle approached me. She was focused on more pressing issues.
I checked the computer. All of the data on the legendary Ace had already been installed.
No, I pulled it before it was completed. However, there are 2 aircraft that are already scheduled to be manufactured based on that data.
We must destroy the factory.
This isn't the only one. There are more facilities just like it, and the 2 planes containing the data will be manufactured at one of those facilities.
So, this place runs on solar power that the space elevator generates, right? How about the others? We can destroy the space elevator and cut the power to them. First things first, let's take this one out.
I'll show you which locations to target.
I stood there, thinking about that mural by the factory's entrance. Harling commissioned it to be painted. I realized that in the background, behind the dancing figures, the artist had painted several space elevators. I understand now. The space elevator wasn't designed to exploit Erusea after all.
Good. And afterwards, we'll bring down the space elevator itself. No matter why it was built, right now, it's the root of this chaos.
I wonder.
Yes?
I wonder which path you would choose when looking at Harling's mirror.
Let's get the briefing started.
We've done enough air operations. Just let us go home.
There's no path for us to get home. Whatever direction you fly, it'll be right into a hail of enemy fire. Earlier, we received a communication via the partially restored General Network. Here is what it contained. Apparently, the Erusian radicals have gathered around the space elevator, as it's a source of energy. Give the warmongers a powerful energy source, and you give them the luxury to keep on fighting. In response to this, people from both Osea and Erusia have joined forces, and will take down the final Arsenal bird in a saturation attack from the air and the sea. Once that's achieved, they'll take the space elevator from the aggressors.
Has the source been verified?
It could be fake. I hear you. Take a look at what's written at the end. Hey, dumbass. If you want to bring the world back from the brink, go to the lighthouse. You can see the future.
Dumbass?
Sounds familiar.
It certainly does. It's from those guys we met in Tyler Island, the 444 squad. It's a message to all those looking to end the war. But I also think it's a message for Trigger.
Guess we'll do what it says.
Okay. Well then, I'm thinking we go roast that damn bird.
Looks like we're all on the same page. It's time to end this war. Time to fly, guys. Let's go get that Arsenal bird.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
We need help! Don't let them damage more! Show them what the Erusian, no, what fighter pilots are made of!
Thanks, I owe you.
No sweat.
Get into formation. We have the numbers.
Well, if it isn't the LRSSG, looks like our luck has turned. LRSSG, you will secure air superiority. There are Erusian aircraft in the Coalition, so they have been ID'd as friendly via the data link.
Just confirmed it.
The Erusian government aircraft, including drones, will show up as hostiles. You two aces, I'm thinking it's time to show us what you've got.
We don't have two anymore. Guess nobody told them.
That's quite true, Count. It's not just two. Wiseman trained his squad well. Everyone's still in it as an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
To all of you who have gathered here, regardless of your country, this is headquarters of the Ocean Army Southern Command. Wait, you can forget that destination. We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose of taking down the Arsenal Bird. Wait until we're ready to strike the Arsenal Bird in unison. Roger.
Ron, Stu's speaking on an open channel. The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. Erusian aircraft are in the coalition as well.
This is Gold Squadron and Rifle Squadron of the Erusian Air Force. We're here on our own. Lancaster, we're entering your airspace.
This is SOL-2. The public of Boston are also able to rendezvous. So they're one squadron now.
It's Mr. X's crew.
Count, ease up. Engagement is forbidden.
Don't worry, I know. We need everything we can call upon. Even if they were flying with the guy that killed Wiseman. Some of their squadrons are in weird formations.
Manned aircraft are in the
All this is just to keep the war going.
How many more do we need to take out?
Shoot them down one at a time. They'll run out eventually.
3 strikes on our side? That's thunder in a long time. Again, 3 strikes? Never a Connecticut. It's a rebellion. The battle for independence. Take down the Arsenal Bird and build a new country. Time to take them out.
Some coalition this has turned out to be, huh? They'll keep talking big once the war's over, too. You can bet on it. We need something or someone to guide us. Target that stray UAV. Take it down now.
Okay, commencing transmission. I'm speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important why... No. Are. First, our goals. Destroy the space elevator. Second, we want power to the drone factory cut in order to put a stop to all the war and chaos that its products cause. And last, we want to bring an end to this pointless war that has given rise to a state of anarchy. Let me tell you what's going on right now. The land is overrun with refugees who have lost their homes. This is no isolated incident. In spite of that, the war continues to rage overhead. Are the friendly Erusians rebels or what?
They're rebels, but I'm sure it's more complicated than that. Flash up on code events later. Focus on the enemy.
Copy that. Take a look. See that line continuing above the horizon? The cable goes up to the sky as far as the eye can see. Not many people know this, but the space elevator is the world's tallest transmission tower. In theory, its radio waves cover exactly half the globe. We've jacked its signal in order to reach out to you.
Target was not strong.
You're killed on 3 strikes.
Impressive.
Crowd to report alongside
Thanks, Tim.
Take 3 strikes to me. No way one craft can take down 3 strikes.
We've got the OC's big shots with us. We'll find a way.
Five minutes remaining.
Rely on machines for everything. We must protect our own lives.
With the communications infrastructure down, this broadcast can only be transmitted to certain regions. If you can access the server, consider yourself lucky. You get to see a real-life princess. Hey, Cosette, say hello to everyone. Yes.
Never. It's safe over here. You're taking away all the guns.
Yes. Let's open up the exit. Everyone get the refugees into the underground tunnel. George, Tabloid?
Fine. Understood.
Landed on your 6.
Their movements are pretty sloppy, but there's a lot of them. One wrong move and you'll be surrounded.
Locked on.
I've got good news. 3 strikes hasn't been detected.
Focus on the drone. They're easier to pick out.
There's another one there too. It shows a whole bunch of space elevators. Sky. Cosette, let's go. Yes.
Warning! Missiles launched from the Arsenal bird. They're Helios projectiles. All aircraft, stay clear of the blast area. 10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
How many got caught in that explosion?
Broadcaster, do we have more incoming? Unknown. Proceed with caution.
Wilco.
I'm still flying.
We can't switch off the security system, but we've got this. If what he said is true, this will give us at least 10 seconds. Cosette! Cosette! What the hell's wrong with you? Get back here! Lothar, we have a problem. The princess went by herself into the maintenance area and has shut us out. No idea what got her going this time, stupid woman.
Missile launch from the Arsenal bird. Shit, airburst type. Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Helios arrived.
I'm bailing out!
I said we were gonna take down the space elevator, but it's not like we can just go out there and chop it down. At the top of the windbreak, 6 location markers have been set in place. They monitor distortions in the space elevator. Those are the locations we need to target. If the sensors go bad, the elevator's observation system will think the elevator has fallen. Until its safety can be confirmed, all microwaves will be stopped.
Oh, I get it. What a party.
I was gonna do it myself. You dumbass.
Helios launched from the Arsenal bird. 5 seconds. 3, 2, impact now.
You caught that. It's all over.
Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to arrival. 2, inbound.
I'm going down! It's up to you now.
30 seconds remaining.
The monster bird is in our trap. We'll use a saturation attack. Wait for the signal. Inform the coalition units. We're nearing 0 hour. 10 seconds until the united attack on the Arsenal bird.
Incoming!
5, 4. Everybody, give this attack everything you've got. Open fire!
All missiles were shot out of the sky. Attack failed. Cruise missiles did not reach their target.
Damn monster.
Longcaster warning all aircraft. I have multiple blips on my scope.
Here they come.
That's something.
Missile.
Hey, look at the Arsenal bird.
Lasers!
Missile destroyer ship Dragon marker stocked. We can't fight it! Evacuate! Flagship subject heavily damaged by laser weapons. Warriors captured aircraft controller melting. Deploy lifeboats!
HQ, we have a problem. Damage to the Allied fleet is extensive.
That was some pretty impressive firepower. I, for one, did not see that coming.
The active protection system operated as expected. We should launch another saturation attack. Air power. You'll slow the arsenal berg.
Strider 1, missile! Major Feller 1, confirmed stall. Good work, Trigger. Keep up the attack. Strider 1.
Look at that light from the arsenal berg.
It's readying its APS. All aircraft, break off from the arsenal berg.
That was close. Without the AWACS, I would have been a goner.
Missile! I have to evade!
Cosette, that's not the control room. Go through the airlock and get on the maintenance elevator. Head to the top of the windbreak. Do you think you can put on that pressurized suit by yourself? You'll never get it on over those frills.
I'm getting sick of that arrogant bastard. Seriously.
No good. The engine control room is gone. Can't get a read on the airspeed, I think.
Can't think of this thing. Where are we supposed to hit it?
Strider 1, you're taking fire.
All aircraft. We can no longer commence with the second saturation attack. All aircraft. Separately engage in direct attacks.
HQ, it won't be easy to take down the arsenal bird with conventional weaponry. All the ace pilots in the world won't save us unless we have a plan.
Give us time. We'll see what we can do.
You're just thinking about it now? Cover any friendlies that's hit. Missile inbound! Evade!
Locked on, you're mine.
Missile away. It's readying its APS. Sub-propeller confirmed destroyed.
Damn it. I've taken some damage. One aircraft hit. No, two.
Strider 1, splash 1.
I can see a light bulb shaped thing, but it isn't lit up.
That's it. That's a location marker. Pass it from there, right?
Got it.
We can do. Just evading like this will get us all killed.
They have a lock on me.
Strider 1, target acquired.
When's that shield gonna lose power? It was continuously supplying it with power.
Then what should we do?
Calm down. I'll do something.
What are you gonna do? Cosette, smash it. Smash all 6 of the bastards. It'll lose power.
Damn shield. Just go away. He's gone. Disappear.
Come on, Cuckoo Count.
Away with you.
Just what kind of magic did you work there, you asshole?
It wasn't magic. It's a scam. Now's our chance. Do it, Trigger.
You're right. It's switched to the backup power supply. That means the main supply is cut off.
Both main propellers have been stalled.
The observation center.
The UAVs are dropping altitude fast. Wait, they're down.
The drones are acting crazy. Are you seeing this? The drones are falling one after another. They've completely lost control.
Total free strike. The illusion pilots know better than anybody that that's the right call. We can't give up. Guys, go look after your family.
Main propeller 1 confirmed stall. Good work, Trigger. Keep up the attack. Sub-propeller confirmed destroyed.
sub-propeller. You're getting the hang of this, Trigger.
Don't let them anywhere near him. Understood?
The main propeller is moving again. Just how hard is that thing?
Almost down to destroying the lieutenant's base.
Say what?
Strider 1 was shot down.
The UAVs are dropping altitude fast. Wait, they're down!
The drones are acting crazy. Are you seeing this? The drones are falling one after another. They completely lost control.
Only 3 seconds. The Illusion pilots should know better than anybody that that's the right call.
Sub-propeller confirmed destroyed.
That thing is too huge.
Don't let its sheer size freak you out.
All aircraft, locate Strider 1's position.
Main propeller 1 confirmed stall. Good work, Trigger. Keep up the attack.
One left to Strider 1. Can't give up. Don't worry about backing up Strider 1. Just try to stay out of his way.
Both main propellers have been stalled.
Don't let the UAVs distract you. The Arsenal bird is our priority. You can do it. There's no way it isn't damaged.
Ammunition 0. Missile. 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 Missile.
Go, Trigger. Leave these chumps to us. Trigger got a sub-propeller. You're getting the hang of this, Trigger.
Missile. 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 Missile.
The main propeller is moving again. Just how hard is that thing?
Almost down to destroying the lieutenant's base.
Say what?
If we destroy the docking module, flying in and break off the personal bird, that'll mean the lieutenant base will higher and we can cut that bird. Not quite. That may prove possible even for an experienced pilot.
Missile.
That would be a problem, but
Yeah, but our guy's more than just an experienced pilot.
Missile.
Trigger, let's do this.
I'd bet on it. Besides, if you thought it was impossible, you wouldn't have said anything.
Missile. Missile.
Watch out! The drones are falling! Refugees. Everyone calm down. You want to get yourselves killed?
Missile.
George! Tabloid! Get back here!
Missile.
I can't leave that girl to die.
Missile.
Fine, fine! Get her, but be quick about it!
Is everything okay? The drones are acting odd.
Run! Run! Careful!
One docking module destroyed.
Great work!
Strider 1, I knew you could do it. Move on and destroy the rest.
There's a hit on the laser cannon. Trigger's hammering it.
Is everything okay?
Some people were crushed. But the kid Tabloid went after a safe. He ran that distance with a girl in his hands.
Good. What about Tabloid? Is he safe?
George and the girl were saved. They were saved. Both of them.
module destroyed. One left.
Nicely done. This will be a good story to tell my son.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Enemy on your back.
All targets have been destroyed. The supply unit is ready to fall off.
Yeah! Good job.
You should be able to see the rectenna where the supply unit was. Destroy that, and even the mighty arsenal bird is sure to feel it.
Leave it to Trigger.
Don't let us down, Strider 1. Clear path for Strider 1.
Rectenna base unit confirmed destroyed.
Lancaster. Oh my god. The arsenal bird is on fire.
Trigger, break off. Arsenal bird is losing altitude rapidly.
Arsenal bird is down.
Lancaster, can you estimate the point of impact?
Don't worry, looks like it'll be open water. All aircraft, avoid the target's path.
That's the last of the rogues. Even in death, that thing is intimidating.
Everyone, can you see this? These people here were alive up until a few moments ago. My friend was here. Can you see this? This is just one of the many sides of war and what it does.
All Erusian soldiers around the space elevator. Surrender now. We will not attack. We can hold them off until support arrives. Our units surrender. You guys better not throw away your lives either.
Wait there, Princess. We'll get you down.
Don't worry about me. Please just take care of the refugees. I'll parachute down. What?
Warning, incoming bogey.
Are those the drones we saw at that factory?
I'm coming down. I'll see you on the ground.
No, wait!
Enemy on my 6! Those guys are bad news. Trigger, boss, do something!
Strider 2, missile inbound! Cosette! What?
This isn't the time for that!
Cosette!
Avril, they're headed this way. Get the refugees to safety now.
Strider 2, you're hit. Are you alright?
Still breathing. I won't be flying much longer, though.
There's an Ocean carrier a few kilometers to the west. It ran aground and was abandoned. It won't be easy, but it's the only place you got.
Trigger, escort your wingman. Let's get to that carrier. That's all we can do.
Trigger, can you hear me? I somehow managed to land. It's your turn now. The carrier ran aground, but that shouldn't be a problem for you. I'll guide you down. 3,000 meters to carrier. You're too fast. Lower your speed. You're on course. Looking good, buddy. Nice work. You pulled off a perfect landing. Well, we're okay for the moment. Now the real challenge begins. Well, if it isn't the...
Hell, I can't just snap my fingers and make a plane. Believe me, I wish I could. Right now, we needed one. Bad. When we were coming over on the boat, I remember seeing an aircraft carrier. That gave me an idea. The Admiral Anderson. The name of an old sailor. When the first drone started attacking, the ship wasn't ready for battle yet. It was still in the dock, getting all rigged up. So they rushed to get her ready. I know about Anderson. In the previous Ocean War, he was the commander of a ship that sent out the last fleet of jets. They say the deck was sloping so bad as it sank, the last plane barely made it off. Those fighters ended the war. That story gives me a little bit of hope, especially at a time like this. We're all in the same boat, like it or not. If this war keeps going on like it is, it'll be the end of everything. The military loaded this thing to the rafters with planes. Some were fighters that were going to be delivered to bases in occupied territory. It was hit before it could complete the mission. Jackpot. The hangars were loaded with goodies. This Scrap Queen's got work to do.
Trigger, everyone, listen up. The operation was a success. Erusian defense forces have been neutralized, and all Arsenal birds are down. However, those 2 new drones buzzing around have royally screwed up our plans. The Ocean and Erusian coalition's air forces are in a sorry state thanks to them. We might not even have any viable aircraft left. According to the Scrap Queen, the drones are trying to use the space elevator's transmission capabilities to send their data to drone manufacturing plants across the continent. They're trying to strengthen their numbers. What's worse, their data contains a depth of war experience, so the newer aircraft will be more tactically advanced. If that's the case, this war will never end. We need to take both drones down no matter what it takes. We'll do it so we have homes to go back to. Well, the Scrap Queen's on our side. She says she can make any aircraft fly. This is our final mission. Trigger, let's go. We've got a goddamn war to end.
Strider Squadron, takeoff prep complete.
Can I use this? Hey, can you hear me? That craft is in peak condition. I even buffed up the canopy for a nice shine, so you can really see the sky. Take care, Trigger. When you get back, let me know what you saw.
Let me see that. Trigger, wish I could have flown with you. A dinged-up plane and an injured pilot would only slow you down. I feel for him now.
Take care. Whatever happens, it ends here. The outcome's mostly up to him. So, this is the guy? Oh yeah. He's the one who took off just now.
We've got quite a few Erusians with us. Oceans are sticking around, too.
I don't care what country anyone's from. What counts is knowing who the real enemy is. Right, guys?
Affirmative. And I think everybody here knows the score. We all know who to follow. Commence mission. All aircraft follow trigger.
Roger that. Understood.
All right.
Understood. We're on here.
The space elevator is able to broadcast and communicate. With the information infrastructure down, it's the only place capable of wide area data transmission. The drones are waiting for it to power up again.
Clever little bastards.
Skull leader to Lancaster. UAVs confirming direction of travel. Chasing ship bandits.
All aircraft converge on Skull Squadron. Surround and shoot them down.
Strider 3, copy. Let's do it, Hushin.
UAV reacting. Damn, they're fast. All aircraft stay sharp. Intercept now. The UAVs are equipped with laser weaponry. Watch where their nose is pointing.
Skull 2, get out of there! This is Skull 2! I'm hit!
Salamander 3, Skull 2, lost. Damn it, that was quick.
I've never seen anyone fly this fast! Provide support!
Friendly lost. Another confirmed down.
Damn it!
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
Trigger scored a hit. We can do it. Aim well and shoot him down.
Good. The enemy is still flying normally, though. Keep pushing. Damage has to be adding up.
Another hit. It's the only one getting anywhere out here. Oceans and illusions. Let's get you just like me, like complete copies of me. Receive some serious upgrades. See, what's that break you're getting in?
Target hit. Target hit. Damage confirmed. Those suckers are tough. Attention, all aircraft. Launch detected from UAV or small drones.
These guys have quite the bag of tricks.
There we go. One down. One down. Target is losing altitude rapidly.
An enemy is flagging those buildings from it. I saw it myself. 3 strikes is a real deal. 1 plane left.
Mission is still a go.
Soul 2, evade! Evade!
Perfect movement. Just like me, guys.
Soul 2 lost.
Vito, damn it! Damn it! Latch on and don't let go. An opening will come. We've broken the UAV's formation. This could be our chance.
Missile hit on UAV. Outstanding work, Trigger.
Enemy hit. Strider 1 got him. I can't let you do that. The Erusian Air Force should be the ones to finish this.
Strider 1 is hit.
Strider 1, target acquired. You're almost out of special weaponry.
Trigger's missile hit. That one looks like it hurt. Trigger has scored a kill. Hell yeah! You finally did it! Way to shoot, Ace. Look, it discarded its wings. What the? It's just like the UAV the Trigger shot down at Bucharest. Is that the prototype that Weisman was talking about?
They're on our way back. We are setting in position to evacuate them. Strider 1 missile.
It's still flying, but it can't keep this up forever. Finish it off, Trigger. Let me event, Vito. Hold on a second. Is it just me, or is that thing trying to read Trigger's reactions? It's observing Strider 1. It's like it's trying to learn from it.
Unable to acquire status updates from Erusian aircraft via data link. All aircraft rely on visual confirmation.
That's right. That's how it used to be done.
When I get home, I'll break into my son about living through this mission for a day.
Target was not struck.
Watch 2! They learn to fly like Trigger. Who's gonna shoot him down? Not to mention they can manufacture them in one of them, too.
is lost.
No stopping. Showing us how it's done.
That was definitely the most intense thing I've ever been in. Can't wait to tell my son about it.
The space elevator's just powered up. Looks like we made it in just the nick of time. Fortunately, you've prevented data that may have included Trigger's flying style from leaking. I've got a special bottle of wine for occasions like this. What do you say we open it?
Can you hear me? There's still one drone left.
Who the hell is that? More importantly, I thought Trigger destroyed all the drones.
It's thrown away its wings, yet it's still flying. Can anyone hear me? That aircraft needs to be taken care of.
She's right. I see something on the radar. The UAV is alive and kicking.
The UAV went into the undersea tunnel. That tunnel leads to the space elevator.
Trigger, you're gonna have to fly into the tunnel after the UAV.
Where's the escape vector?
There's enough space for him to turn beneath the elevator.
That's a suicide mission.
Count, where are you going? We rely on Trigger too much. He's gonna need help.
You can't be serious, Count.
Yeah, well, you had no problem with Trigger doing the same thing.
Trigger's different.
We'll see.
You damn fool.
Don't worry. I learned something from my last squadron. Stick with Trigger, you'll make it.
Count, give me your status.
Alive.
Excellent, so you're both okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What makes you think that?
No time to explain. The radio will cut out soon. It'll take a short time for the drone to send over the data.
There it is. UAV spotted. We finally found it. There is some static when the gate closed. Do you think the UAV is operating the gates? Well, there goes our only way out. I thought we were gonna pull this off after making it through that maze. No sign of the drone. Did it take another path? Doesn't matter. We know where it's going. We can catch it. Turn on your tail. Damn it! It got me. I'm hit. Shit. My wings seem fine, but I'm losing thrust. Is it my engine? Definitely feels like it's my engine. I'm fine. I can still fly. I'm not getting much thrust, but I'll be okay. Uh-oh, that's quite the problem. It appears I can't get any more thrust. The drone is turning. It'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger. Choice. Attempting to land. I don't think my plane will make it. Anyway, here goes. Come on, baby.
Look, it's Trigger. Strider 1 has returned to radar.
I did it! That's our Trigger!
He's a damn hero!
No doubt. You're better than me.
Where's Strider 2? Damn it. Does anyone have eyes on Count?
Wish y'all could have seen that.
You damn fool. What's your position?
Watching Trigger climb. I guess it's my fate to watch from down below.
Yeah, well, we're all in the same boat there.
Yeah, well, I guess we are.
We're sending help. Give us your coordinates.
Directly under the space elevator. Elevation is minus 500 meters.
Minus?
Hey, Trigger. You dumbass. Tell me something. What color's the sky up there?
We're on our way back from our 7-year mission to the asteroid belt. I can't tell you how proud I am to be the first to land at
Wait,
this
what was that
spaceport.
transmission?
This is Captain Kay Nagase of the spaceship Pilgrim 1. The ocean of stars in our galaxy is finally within our reach. To the pilot who generously gave this spaceship a place to dock, we are forever grateful. The universe lies ahead of us, waiting to be discovered. And now, at last, we have a gateway to ascend to it, over and over again.
It's all coming together for me. Today was the day, the moment of her return.
I salute the pilot who gave us all a future.
To skies unknown, the path to mankind's vast future remains standing, Granddad. The refugees built the settlement for themselves at the base of the space elevator. A humanitarian mission from Yuktovania airdropped some supplies for them again today. Thanks to the princess, the whole world was pitching in to help these people. Handing out the relief supplies would have been a perfect gig for that anarchist dude. But since he's dead now, the job went to the guy from Belka, George. I guess Tabloid got that new system he wanted in the end. Mihai's granddaughters are helping out too. Mihai. That cranky old geezer's here with us too.
I never wanted to create anything, and now here I am, clinging to life. Watching as my grandchildren and their generation make a new future for themselves and the world. Is this my punishment then? All I do is lie here, wasting away. I'll never know the freedom of flying the open skies ever again. I've been grounded, and my wings have been clipped.
You know what having peace in the world means? It's being able to die in your own bed at a ripe old age. Peace is what those girls are working so hard for here. We got a bunch more refugees today. And the princess? She's looking to the stars. Dark blue, to the heavens and beyond.
Can you hear me?